Today, we're going to be going over how to set goals and then what type of goals to set for yourself. So, I think that setting goals is definitely one of the most important things you can do just with trading and with anything. Because, if you don't have anything you want to work towards, if you don't have any type of goals to, push yourself to work for, then you really have no motivation to, get up and do what you do. So, to start, short term, long term, and then everything in between. So short term goals might be this week, this month, this quarter. So anything in that time frame, I would consider a short term goal. So a short term goal might be journal all my trades for this month. Follow my rules, stick to my trading plan, whatever. You want to set those goals. Don't set a high. Don't set it too high. Just make it something that is attainable, that you can actually is realistic and achievable. So if you don't stick to your trading plan, if you don't journal your trades, then make that one of your short term goals. Just do something that is simple, measurable, achievable within whatever time span you want to hold yourself to it. So I mean, one of my short term goals right now is just to start journaling my trades more detailed, go over them, look over my previous trades more often. So that might be just this month, this week. But yeah, I mean that's the type of goals you want to be setting short term. You don't want to be setting make X amount of money, make because if you don't reach it, then you get demotivated and yeah, you can just lose a lot of focus doing that. So secondly, long term goals. Long term goals might be something like a year from now I want to be funded, or a year from now I want to have a 5K month, or whatever. So anything longer than 3 to 6 months, I feel I would say that's a long term goal. So long term goals are definitely useful for the overall, like your you know in 5 years I want to have this, in 10 years I want to have this. Long term goals are great for that, and I think that using those two together, stacking your short term goals to work towards your long term goals. I mean, it just they work hand in hand. So yeah, I'd definitely say give yourself like 2 to 3 long term goals that you really want to work on, and write them down. Like I write everything down, notebook. But yeah, write them down somewhere in a notes app, in your notebook, on a piece of paper, on whatever, so you can see it and you can like keep it in your mind. Like give yourself something to like physically see, whether it's like a picture, a vision board, a notebook, a piece of paper, sticky note on your wall, like notes app on write it down so you can see it. So I mean, personally, one of my long term goals in August was to be funded by the end of the year, or funded by the beginning of next year. So I think I gave myself like the time frame of like between August or July. It was end of July. So between the end of July and like February, March of 2026, I want to be funded. So I would back test, paper trade, demo trade, do whatever. And I can say at the beginning of this month, I'm funded. So just giving yourself something to work towards, you know, can like seriously help you just on the way to getting there. So like, yeah, set your goals, give yourself something to work for, and then lastly, a lot of people tell you like don't be unrealistic, or like don't set something that you can't. But like, I feel like you gotta give yourself like that one thing that's like seems out of the realm of possibility, or it's just like crazy to think about, or because you don't want to like hold yourself in a box. You don't want to set yourself these small goals, or these goals that if you accomplish them in 5 years, what are you working for now? Like, you can set more goals once you reach, but like I feel like if you just give yourself like, because the sky's the limit. So like, I want to say Charlie Munger said something about I don't remember the exact quote. I gotta look it up. Maybe I'll like leave it in the comments. But yeah, I think just giving yourself like not limiting yourself to your goals. So like not limiting it. Like if you want to be funded by the end of the year, don't limit yourself to one account. Maybe I want to be funded with like 10 different accounts. Don't give yourself a time frame. Don't make it unrealistic. But just give yourself that goal in the back of your head. Maybe you want you know some car, some house, some whatever. Like if you want that for yourself, make yourself like get up every day and just think about that. Like if that's your like ultimate, reason, like you gotta have a reason for everything you do. So give yourself something unrealistic, something that you really want. Because I mean, nothing's unrealistic if you can do it. If you can do it, it's not unrealistic. So yeah, give yourself long term goals first. So like long term, 1 year out, 2 years out, 5 years out, 10 years out, and just give yourself those. Like maybe I want to have a portfolio of this value. I want to be trading this amount. I want to be just give yourself something to work towards long term. So maybe the first one could be end of this year, second one could be 3 years, 5 years, and then add short term goals on top of that, just to stack that up, just to give yourself measurable steps to get to where you want to be at. So I mean, it's the beginning of September, end of October. So I mean, my goals for October weren't too high. I didn't even think I'd get funded this month, but here we are now. But so yeah, I definitely want to set some goals for September. Not September, November. November. All right. So yeah, I mean, I'm gonna set my goals. I'll leave them here, and you guys can write down whatever you guys think you're gonna do, and come back to it in like a month, a year, whatever. So for September, I think I just want to. I think I mentioned it earlier. Journal my trades. Stay consistent with following my rules. I definitely had a bad week a couple weeks ago, so yeah, not not make that same mistake again. But yeah, post on here consistently. I feel like I've been doing a couple, like posting a couple days, but I definitely want to get on like a schedule. So maybe like once a week, twice a week. I'll get it. I'll get it out when I figure it out. But yeah, so stay consistent with uploads. Um, yeah, stick with my trading plan, journal my trades. So that's my short term. Those are a couple of my short term ones, and then yeah, long term, definitely get that first payout, get a couple more accounts with that payout, and then figure out how I'm gonna manage each one. And yeah, so I mean maybe in like a year, a month, or however long, I'll come back and see this and see how far I got from there. But yeah, I'm gonna leave it there. That's really all I had to go over. So yeah, I hope this was helpful. If you guys have any questions or whatever, you can leave them in the comment section. But yeah, that's it. Love you guys.